Let's work a puff stitch swatch. Let's start with chaining any even number. I'm just going to chain 12. Let's start in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4 with a single crochet. Then let's chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet into the next chain. Now let's repeat that across the row. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next chain. Let's single crochet into the last chain of the row and chain 2 and turn. This is what's known as the moss stitch. Now for 2 more rows, let's work this moss stitch by inserting our hook underneath the chain space to make our single crochet. Chaining 1 across the top of the single crochet from the row below and inserting our hook into the chain space. Now let's make sure our last stitch is worked to the left of the last stitch and in between the turning chains, kind of around the space that the turning chains made. Chain 2 and turn. Let's work 1 more row of the moss stitch. Working the moss stitch when you do the puffs kind of helps you keep the puffs lined up. That's why we're doing this. Okay. Don't forget that last single crochet. Let's chain 2 and turn. Okay, now let's work a puff into each chain 1 space. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Let's just stop right there. Yarn over again, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Let's do that 2 more times. Still just working into the chain 1 space. And we've got all these loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now yarn over and pull through all of them. Then chain 1. And let's do another puff. So the chain 1, we're still chaining across from the stitch below, from the single crochet, and let's work another puff into that chain space. Just yarning over and pulling up a loop. Chain. 1. Technically, you'll do this 4 times. And then pull through. Here we go. Let's count this one together. Yarn over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Depending on the yarn you're using, maybe you only need to do that 2 times. Now in the last stitch, between the turning chain, let's just make that a single crochet. Chain 2 and turn. Okay, now on this next row, we're back to our pattern. Reaching down in between. Let's start with a single crochet. chain one. Here's our chain one space in between the puffs. So essentially the puffs took the spot of a single crochet in the swatch. You'll want to work 3 rows of that moss stitch, and there you go, you've got your puffs all nestled in there.